So I picked a fight with my local cult. Story time with SIMBIB, yeah! Hello folks, welcome back to Stuff I Make Because I'm Bored. My name is Sin and I will be your host, and today I want to talk about the time I declared war on a local cult. It's actually this time. It's current. It's happening right now. In fact, I just came home from my latest rounds. But let me back up. There is a cult that's operating in my neighborhood. And I don't just mean like a niche religion or a gathering or a group. I mean a proper, full-on doomsday cult. It's not even local to my area. This cult has been around since the late 50s. There's just an offshoot branch here. But my battle started one day when I was walking to my train station on my way to class, which may be its own cult. I've got my eye on you, Jacques. When I saw a flyer. Now, I'm a nosy bitch, and I love reading flyers. So I read it. It was essentially a table with the first column being terms and the second column being definitions. And as I got further and further down this list, I just got more and more bewildered. I mean, it read like it was somebody's first D&D campaign and they created their own pantheon. It was wild. But hey, I don't judge, but I was curious. Why is this pamphlet here, and who's the organization that they listed at the bottom? So I looked the organization up and I found some interesting news articles, namely that the organization was a doomsday cult that, in its heyday, had thousands of members. It's mostly dissolved though because their prophet died and the world, it didn't end. So I was surprised to see that this specific cult was here in my town. Now, I'm not a fan of cults. I'm not religious in any way either, but you know, live and let live and all that, but cults? Absolutely not. Nuh-uh, no way, not in my neighborhood. Madame. So I rip the flyer down, content, and go on my merry way. Except a few yards further down the street, on another light pole, is another flyer. It's the same flyer. Oh, I see, so that's how it is. I rip that one down too and I keep walking. And so it goes. I rip down at least 4 more flyers till I get to my train station, content that I've done my part. Evie, I love you so much. You've been so quiet all night. If I can save even one person from joining a cult, I'm happy. A week passes and I don't leave my house because I am a hermit until it is once again time for class. I head outside and what do I see? But another flyer. And another. And another. And, well, you see where this is going. 8 more flyers ripped down. I do my class, I go home. This goes on for like 3 weeks. And at this point, it's starting to become a game for me. And I wonder, when exactly are they putting them back up? Is it the next day? Is it like a specific day of the week? When is it happening? My classes are on Wednesdays. So one day I take a walk on a Friday down my usual route. And sure enough, there they were back again. I rip them down, I go home. On Sunday, I go out for a different thing and, there they are again. Intriguing. I rip them down. And I notice more flyers on the other side of the road. I think they'd been there a while before, but I just don't usually walk on that side of the road to check. Evie. I decide to take an extra long route home and find an additional 10 flyers posted about a block further out and also on the other side of the street. Monday, I go out again, and would you believe it, they were already back up. Oh, I think. So that's how it is, I think. I take a long walk along the extended route and have a good time pulling down another 15 flyers or so. And here we are, another week later, a week where every day I take a walk and I rip down flyers. About halfway through last week, they changed to different flyers, this time advertising their prophet and some angel or whatever, I don't know. But still, they're there every day. And every day, I take a little walk and have a good time ripping them down. And it's not even like they've changed tactics. The flyers are still half a piece of printer paper attached to the poles with 4 small pieces of normal-ass sticky tape. Not even like thick, sturdy packing tape like they could get at a dollar store. It must take them at least 30 seconds to put one up. But it only takes me 4 seconds to rip them down. Plus, I don't need to buy paper, print or cut these flyers, or buy tape. So here we are, locked in a war of attrition. And I'm curious who's gonna break first, because I'm stubborn and annoying. And I know it's not gonna be me. I wonder a lot what would happen if I catch one of the cult members putting up the flyers, or if they catch me taking them down. I'm not exactly a subtle person, like visually. It would really only take one person to see me for my description to be very easily given to every single other member, and who knows what'll happen then. And what would I do if they approached me on the street and demand I stop, or even ask why I ripped them down? Because I hold no ill will against the cult members. Of course I don't. I don't think they're stupid or gullible or what have you. Cult members are victims, every last one. They're victims of a usually incredibly charming or charismatic leader manipulating and swindling them into this life of theirs. Seriously, if you think you're immune to cults, you're a prime target. A lot of cult mentality revolves around promising the members that the in-group is good, while everybody else is bad. That's why Mormons are sent on missionary trips where they get doors slammed in their faces or yelled at or ridiculed, because that's an excellent way for the cult to reinforce that the outside is evil and that everybody else hates you, and you must stay with the cult because the cult is good. So I don't want to get into a fight with these flyer people. I don't want to be cruel to them or mean. I just don't want cult flyers in my fucking neighborhood. I sent a picture of the flyers to a friend of mine who loves this sort of stuff and is in a completely different part of the country, and he asked me why I even bother since there aren't even any recent news articles about this cult. Because, friend, bucko, buddy old pal, a cult doesn't usually make the news until they Jonestown themselves, and I don't want more people in their midst who could be convinced or forced to drink the Kool-Aid. A cult is a cult is a cult, and I take that very seriously. Do you know of any local cults in your area? What would you say if you were in my shoes? Do you have any ideas for fun counter flyers I could put up on the same poles? I was thinking of looking up a bunch of local craft groups, but I wouldn't want to create opportunities for mass indoctrination. Let me know in the comments. Thanks for spending some time with me. If you thought it was time well spent, leave a like. Subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future. I post videos every Tuesday at noon Eastern. If you want to hear from me more frequently, and if you'd like sneak peeks into future videos, you can follow me on all my social medias. You can find the ats here and in the description. But that's all from me, folks. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
SIMBIB, stuff I make because I'm bored.
I used to write these scripts and record them on Saturdays, then Sundays. Now I'm doing it on Mondays. I really have to get my schedule together. Madame!